little bit. You ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rocking black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Intercepted. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 25-yard line.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. From the gun, it's Tua.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, it's Logan. There's some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Drummond. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3rd and
4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They run the counter. Logan. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th.
On 4th down. Drummond into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
They'll take over.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Pass incomplete.
Tagovailoa's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Complete.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the carry, it's Logan. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled it.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
The quarterback.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. There he goes again. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st down, Dolphins.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 9. 36 yards on the play.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Tua, fast pass outside, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Tua going to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal.
Escape. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on 3rd and long. Drummond. Over the middle, complete. That's Ingram. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
4th down.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Take over 1st and 10. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Robert Foster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
23 yards.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This is Butler making the catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at that.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He'll run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jakeem Grant. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
The kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Dolphins 28, Patriots 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
To throw again. Drummond. He's going to go up top again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Intended for Demir Byrd.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They run with Logan. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Butler.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. On first down, here's Breida. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up second.
On second down, Tua. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Miami.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Tua sets up to pass it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to pass. Tua. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Shocker. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, it's Logan. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's good.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On third down, it's Logan, and he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They're going to try and throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. This is Breida. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To Matt Breida. Devin McCourty on the tackle.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Keeper. Out of bounds at the 18.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
To Devontae Parker.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Tua. This is caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
To number 86.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Drummond got an open man. It's Foster. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They run with Breida. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. On 4th down, Brian Flores going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Drummond. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career, but what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there, and boy, it was pretty.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Patriots 46-yard line.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
The kicker.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a give right side. Logan. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Logan, the ball carrier. Jerome Baker in on the tackle.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 31.
That's good for a Patriots.
They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Drummond. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Down to an E goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an